all in on MK11 Skarlet. I think she looks amazing and plays
that's what I'm
amazing.
talking about. Enough about Skarlet. Let's talk about this dude right here.
So you immediately gravitated toward this character. You should probably tell everyone why, because he's very unique.
There's no doubt about it, yeah. So obviously he's the grappler. By the way, some other characters have that too. It's not just him, but
Baraka
yeah,
also does have a command grab.
He does have a command grab. So Geras has a really strong command grab that goes really far. Corner carry is excellent. He has some good buttons, and man, some of his there is the command grab, and you see how long he holds you.
It has the unique property where if he's near a wall, he then makes a sand wall and throws you into it.
It does a lot more damage when that happens as well. He has little kind of atrocitus sort of semi-zoning, as you saw right there. He also has some crazy stuff in the variations, and I'm not sure which ones he ended up with here, but he's got some real nutty tools, let me tell you.
He has a rewind time move. He has a move where he can actually remove time from the clock. He is a very unique, he's like a hybrid character of a weird kind of trap character, and then with the command grab.
Yes. Yeah, very, very funky design. But these buttons right now out of Skarlet, the range is incredible.
Skarlet is the footsie's queen, the mid-range queen, in my opinion. She uses blood to conjure weapons, and they all have excellent range.
Oh, hold on here.
Multiple projectiles, and there's the fatal blow.
So when you're down below a certain percentage of life, you get access to the fatal blow.
Yes.
And it is a huge amount of damage, as you can see, round-winning damage.
It is big damage, and they have armor. And armor's not as prevalent as it has been in previous games. You're really gonna have to use your mid-range to just avoid stuff. So the fatal blow is going to be one of the best ways to have armor. It is not tied to your stamina bar at all,
right?
Which means you don't have to use your resources. In previous games, you'd have to give up all your resources to do an X-ray attack. Now with fatal blow, you're free to use it if you have 30%, which just inherently makes them so much more powerful.
Sure, yeah, you'll get it every game, every round.
The catch is once it hits, you can't use it again. So one of the meta of the game is going to be decide, do you want to make a comeback in round one, like we just saw? Gur will never have his fatal blow again, now that he's used.
Oh, in the whole game?
In the whole game.
Oh, I thought it was rounds. Wow. That is really big.
So they are absolute game changers that are extremely strong, but you only get the one cash in.
That was his command grab. Same one, it's just at the wall, like Bit was saying, it's a little bit different.
And he can hold the button to throw them even further, like carry them even further.
Oh, now the fatal blow's there for Scar.
And that's the crushing blow. That
oh my gosh, look at the damage!
So the way that one works is the last hit's an overhead of the string. If you duck block, you get the crushing blow. He also has a low where he does sand trap. So it's a 50-50. If they think you're going to do the low sand move, they duck. And if they get hit by that overhead, they lose 40% of their life because of the crushing blow.
I see, okay.
And we'll see, Gur basically made a crushing blow and a fatal blow comeback right there out of nowhere. They do massive damage.
Yeah, you can really see that. I guess as the opponent, you really got to pay attention.
Combos in general in this game are significantly shorter than they've been in the past, and they do less damage. And they kind of, that damage you would get by doing the cinematic moves.
Yo, did you see that combo this guy already has? What do we say, 2 hours of gameplay so far?
So one of the big things would be to use your crushing blow or your fatal blow to get damage instead of doing combos. That's not to say combos are not still a big part of the game, but they're going to be somewhat less prevalent. Like, there's less moves that combo without using an amplified move, or there's less strings that pop you up. It's going to be more about doing big damage in big chunks.
Okay, here we go. Can you get in there in time? No.
Yeah, and Skarlet, she has like 4 different projectiles, so...
Yeah, and if you're Skarlet, there's not much reason to do anything else. Just holding onto the space right here. But gotta pay attention to that fatal. Oh, okay. Fatal blow was available. Didn't end up coming up.
Skarlet is a good example of how the offense works in this game. Her back 2 is that scythe move that's an overhead, but it does not pop you up, and it is unsafe if blocked.
Okay.
But then her back 3-4, that one, that can pop you up in the corner. So she has a low that can pop you up, but she does not have an overhead.
Uh-huh. Oh, he's really found a good tool.
Oh, good jump.
Probably looking for command grab. Didn't come. And Scar right back to the zoning. You can see, look, the frustration is still here. One of the things I really love about MK11 so far is that these characters that you've shown on this character select screen are very different. So you have the credible zoning coming out of Skarlet. From Geras, you have really cool command grab mix-ups. He's got some other funky stuff as well that we were talking about. Really good variations. Fatal Blow. It's there.
Yes, and then we'll also have characters like Sub-Zero, who has great some of the best offense in this version, which is unique. Sub-Zero, typically you think of him as a very slow defensive character. I really don't think he is in this one.
He's quite different, yeah.
And Sonya's also has really, really good mix-ups. You know, Gur always had a lot of heart as a player.
And the command grab characters he traditionally used. So I'm happy to see him back.
Yeah, I was very happy when I went him back there that he immediately had picked Geras. It really seems good for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very, very hyped to see Scar play Skarlet. One of the fun things about the development of this game, since we didn't reveal it, you know, earlier, was sitting there waiting. I can't wait to see some of these, you know, which pro player is going to play which this character. And I knew Scar was going to lose his mind because in MK9 he came in late. And he was the best Skarlet in the world at one point, but Injustice came out and he never really got the chance to like get an Evo top 8 or an MLG top 8, even though he was very talented even back then.
So at the beginning of this round, we saw that it said first hit. What does that do for you now without meter in the same way?
There is no more like first hit bonus. You do not get anything because meter recharges on its own, and you always, unlike typically, you actually start with all 4 of your bars.
Oh, dang, the combo out of the wake up? All right, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, that could have been cool. He'll get there, he'll get there.
Gur does have his fatal blow. We'll see, though. Now, at this point, though, the round is going to be very hard to win, so it might be wiser to save it unless he gets a few hits in, and then it would kill.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Just goes for the sweep to seal it. Yeah, I really like the mind game of that, having to think even as the person using the tool if you should use it now or you should save it for the next round or what.
It's definitely one of my favorite things that we've added to the game. Oh, wow.
What's the condition on that?
The condition on that, I believe, is 2 counter hits with that move in a row.
Okay, I was going to ask what counter hits do, but I guess do they help with that?
Counter hits are typically used in crushing blows. Otherwise, it just lets you know that you hit a counter hit. But a lot of them are tied to that.
Okay, yeah.
And that's the same when you see punish come up, that it was a guaranteed punish. And a lot of those are crushing blows. Like, for example, that right there, if that had hit as a counter, it would have got the crushing blow.
Got it. Look how long he holds it. Let's see that.
He's holding them like they're a small child.
Yeah, they are compared to that big boy. And right back to a range where he can control things. He's got good buttons. Maybe not in this matchup, but typically it seems like that's true. Okay, okay, here it is.
Excellent use of the fatal blow.
He was about to lose if not.
Right. And that's definitely going to kill. Now again, that means Gur did steal that round, but he will not have it in the final round, and Scar still has his. So that means in the end of game scenario, like right there, Scar will have a huge advantage heading into this final round.
Hoping to see some forward movement from there. Now those I'm not sure what to call it. It's not puddle, that thing. You have to aim that, right? That is not tracking?
It is not tracking. He has close, medium, and very far. And you can see when he amplifies it is when he gets that hourglass, and it's letting you know the other one's going to come out. So you can see what Gur's kind of doing. You put it out there, then do other moves, walk in, walk back, and then it's going to go. And Scar knows you can't get in.
Mm-hmm. Well, we were talking about whether Gur could make another comeback. It doesn't seem like he needs it right now. It's all on Scar. Now
Scar does have access to the fatal blow. Now it is on a cooldown. He did not lose it since it was blocked, but it's a significant cooldown.
Still available? Woo!
And it just came back. Unfortunately, it's too late.
So then you do have access to it more than once.
If it's blocked or whiffed.
Okay.
Once it actually connects, it's used.
Okay. Wow.
Reminiscent of MKX and MK9. You use the opposite button to break them. They have a forward and a back one. A lot of crushing blows are actually tied to throw, and the requirement will be if the opponent techs the wrong way, you get the crushing blow, and they do bigly damage. Like Skarlet has one, so her throw can do like 30% if you tech wrong.
Oh, sick, okay.
It's pretty awesome.
So as the defender, almost riskier to try to tech in some situations.
Well, that's exactly it. And you could actually, if you think they're going to throw, do an uppercut, because that would trigger the counter-hitting high attack for the uppercut crushing blow.
Wow, all right.
So it kind of works both ways, actually, of how risky throws can be.
Interesting.
Oh, he had gone for the interactable. You can still amplify interactables to get armor. It's one of the few ways that has armor in the game.
Okay.
However, normally an interactable takes 50% of your defense. If you amplify it to get armor, it takes 50% of offense and defense. Armor across the board is significantly lessened than it was in previous games. A lot of characters only have armor on their Fatal Blow or a handful of moves.
So they're both finding pretty good strings right now and making the opponent block a lot. Is there anything that they could be doing about that?
Yes, one of the new mechanics is flawless block. It's if you block an attack at the last second within just a couple of frames, chip damage is significantly reduced and you actually break out earlier, and it allows you to punish things or recover faster than you normally would.
Okay.
It's a very hard mechanic. It's meant to be kind of, you really have mastered the timing and you really know your opponent well, but it can save your life. Like, if you're about to die by chip damage, it can save you. You also, if you reversal a move with flawless block, you have access to your Wakeup Attacks. So the up 2 or the up 3 that uses your Wakeup Attacks, you can do as a reversal. So I'll give you an example.
Oh, after blocking.
Right. Like if you do Sub-Zero Slide and I block it, if I flawless block, I can then reversal up 2 and get the pop-up attack. Actually get a punish when normally I cannot.
Okay.
And this is like basically a dead even match. They're both playing their characters pretty impressive for how little time they've had.
Yeah, I feel like they are developing even as we're watching them right now. We're seeing some cooler pressure out of both.
Yeah, they're both mixing up their zoning well, and you pointed it out earlier, like they understand their block strings up close.
Okay,
there you go. So that was the up 3 one where she doesn't really get significant damage or a knockdown. It's just more of a get off me tool.
And is that safe?
It depends on the character.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sick. Okay.
Oh, and there he went for his temporal advantage move, which is interesting because while it combos, he freezes time, he cannot 2-in-1 into it.
It also takes one of his stamina bars.
It does, right. There are certain moves or cancels that'll take stamina.
So it's not like he needs to enhance it, it just does that.
It just does that, that's why he can't 2-in-1.
God, that was an anti-air, jeez.
And the way that move works is the opponent is frozen and doesn't do a reaction. So obviously, typically an uppercut would knock you away. That won't. And they are both within Fatal Blow. So this is the scramble I'm so excited for in tournaments.
Oh, we saw Scar try it, but it was blocked, and now he's at match point. Gur, patient right there. I like the anti-air. Wow, he teched it.
Scar's getting a big combo. Now there is a wall run interactable here that Gur could use, and Gur has never seen a wall run that he hasn't used. There you go. Gur is definitely probably the interactable master in the scene.
Yeah, known to be one of those.
And there you go.
Okay, yeah, armor. The tongue not connecting.
And that tongue is a really, really good move. It has really good recovery. That's my favorite of her zoning tools.
Looking good for Scar. We got Fatal Blow now for Gur, though.
Oh.
He tried.
He tried. The armor does not activate for a few frames.
Okay.
So while it's very good armor and it's a good tool to have, it's not foolproof.
Oh, that might be about it. Yeah.
That's going to be it.
Scar takes it. Well, that's a really good back and forth, and I like seeing the display of footsies from both. I like seeing the different offense, the different timings. Very cool. I'm really excited to find out more about, you know, how you